When I go to class, everyone was pointing at me. So those things were frustrating me. But I ended up telling God to say, God, please give me strength because I cannot deregister because of people who are laughing at me. So from there, that's where I took that courage to say, I'm a leader. Myself, I'm powerful. Let me go to class. Let me go to anywhere, to any event. Let me go and sit at the front. There is absolutely nothing which is going to stop me from achieving what I want to achieve.
Univen podcast. Authenticity at your fingertips. Isona se songwana mane. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Univen podcast. We are bringing authenticity at your fingertips. And today, this is our first episode. We are kickstarting with a bang. Ladies and gentlemen, today I am with the darling of the masses. Who can it be if it is not President Wagwan? Smile, Bob, Manganyi. Welcome, President, to Univen podcast.
No, thank you so much, Ujama. I really appreciate your welcome. I'm doing well, I'm doing fine. And how are you?
I'm all good, I'm glad that today we finally have you because President is a very, very busy man. He's always fixing things here and there. So we are very much delighted to be having you.
No, thank you very much. Yeah.
So now, this name Wagwan, I want to understand as to what does it mean and how did it all came about?
Okay, no, Wagwan, you know, in Jamaica, Ojama. Even your name is so familiar or similar to those people who are living in Jamaica.
Exactly.
So Wagwan simply means hello in Jamaican.
Okay.
So it's like Minjani.
Alright.
Or da.
Okay.
So, yes.
Okay. So because I've seen that it has become a regular because people are always saying Wagwan, President Wagwan, President Wagwan.
Always.
Yeah, no, I understand. It has become a household name.
Okay, so it's a name used by Rastafarians in Jamaica.
Oh.
Not necessarily Marias, like the whole country they use it. But actually it's for mainly for Rastafarians.
Okay, so the dreadlocks inspired
exactly,
the name.
Yes.
Okay, no.
Even though I don't smoke, I don't drink.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
It makes sense, and yeah, it has been doing very well because everybody knows Wagwan.
Exactly.
Yeah, and someone like me, I knew it because of you.
Exactly.
You are Wagwan.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, President, I want you to tell us as to how was your upbringing? Where do you come from? Because when you meet a person and find out that the person is speaking Tsonga on campus, you think or is either the person is from Bush, Malamulele or Guyana. That's it.
Okay. No, Ujama. Wagwan is from Mudavula, a small village in Collins Chabani municipality or Malamulele. But I was born in Guyana at a village called Womo 14A. I just moved to Malamulele. That's where I grew up until I came to the university. Oh,
okay. No, now I understand. So when it comes to leadership, President, how did it all came about? Did you knew then that you were a leader, or maybe by being a class rep, a president at the high school or things like that? How did it all came about, these things of leadership?
No, thank you so much, Ojama. You know, to my side, I've never been, I can say, in primary school, yes, I used to be a class rep. But high school, I've never been a class rep from grade 8 up until grade 12. Oh. I've never been a class rep. So what happened is that I came here in 2017 at the University of Venda, and then there was a strike. It was the leader was still Mandla Shikwambane, the former president of the University of Venda in 2017. So to my surprise, from there, that's where I learned, Kori, if I move with this direction, I can be able to lead people, because it was not my dream necessarily, but it was something which everyone from now on can be able to get that, so that we all lead or we all managed, because you can be a manager, you can be a leader, you can be anything, but all I'm saying is that all of us, we have to know how to manage, and we must know how to lead. You can be leading in your house, you can be leading anywhere, even in your room. You can lead your girlfriend as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, I really do understand. So when we talked about the strike, there's a picture of you. You were running, I don't know how many kilometers per hour, but on the picture you can see, because it is not even that much clear, because you were on the air, President, and then they wrote Mr. 225. How did it all came about?
Okay, no, thank you so much, Ujama, or presenter. You know, that strike, it was most the powerful strike ever, because myself, I was still doing first year, and it was a strike which students, they wanted food allowance. So everyone was there, because no one that time received their food allowances by March to May. So what happened is that I was inspired, and to be honest, I really liked, because I was seeing strike for the first time.
Okay.
Yeah, so in my village, there's never been a strike, you know. So I was very inspired by the leaders of 2016, 2017, led by Mandash Kwamban. So what happened is that I was at the back. I was not fighting. I was at the back, admiring what is happening at the forefront. So when they shoot, or when they shoot the tear gas, that's where I realized, though, here I have to run. So that day I ran. So that's where someone was running, was taking a video from behind. So they captured a moment where I was up. Then from there, that's where the picture circulated, that there's someone running 100 kilometers per an hour. You see, yes.
Because that picture has become an iconic picture, because
definitely, yes,
during your campaign for president, it still came back, because it was iconic. Even today, people know that picture as an iconic. It reminds me of that one of Hector Peterson, because it is a remarkable picture, an iconic picture.
Absolutely,
and I believe that is going to be remembered always. When people think of Mr. Wagwan, Mr. 225, they will always get to think about it always. So now I want to talk about your love for music, because we have seen a video of you once more when you were mooring these other punchlines, punchline after another. So we want to know and understand your love for music, how, and or maybe you thought you were going to be a singer. Have you thought about being an artist or things like that? Because you also can dance.
No, thank you very much, Ojama. Before I can respond on the love of music, myself, that picture, let me revert back a bit to that picture. I want to encourage particularly students who makes mistakes on their first level of study to say, that picture, Ojama, I was not free to can go outside my room on campus, because everyone was laughing at me, everyone was giving me a name, hey, 225, hey, hey, Mercedes Benz, hey, BMW, So I want to encourage, when I go to class, everyone was pointing at me, so those things were frustrating me, but I ended up telling God to say, God, please give me strength, because I cannot deregister because of people who are laughing at me. So from there, that's where I took that courage to say, I'm a leader. Myself, I'm powerful. Let me go to class. Let me go to anywhere, to any event. Let me go and sit at the front. There is absolutely nothing which is going to stop me from achieving what I want to achieve.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I was frustrated, and I was going to deregister if I was weak.
Most definitely.
So when I come to the love of music, Ujama, from grade 9, I was a rapper myself.
All right.
And I was dancing. Everyone actually is a dancer in Tsonga, because anything that you do, it's a style itself.
All right.
So to myself, I can say the love of music. I started this career in grade 9 with an artist called KMX Violent. You can check him on YouTube.
He's still operating even now.
He's still operating now. His name, his YouTube is KMX Violent. He sings hip hop in English and Tsonga and also Venda. So from there, I pushed that career until my first year of study, because even on my first year, I used to rap for students, and they used to love my music. But I saw it that no, this is not the way that I must move. I was not gifted for music, so I must follow what I'm here for. Because to be honest, Ujama, it takes a very long time or a very long period for you to get there. When I say there, I'm referring to where Makadzi is there, where Wokaspanyo Vest are there.
Yeah.
You know, it takes a decades.
Yeah,
you don't just wake up and then you become an artist, and then from there you can even take 20 years.
Yeah, I remember Makadzi used to perform in front of the supermarket,
Exactly.
at the taxi ranks, way before
That
we
side
didn't
of
even
Boxer,
take
yes.
her serious by then. But now she's a very big artist in
Exactly.
our country. Yeah.
So it was a long period of time for me to can reach there. Then I decided to say no. For now, let me take a step back, and then I will see what comes after that.
Okay, so now what if the artist that you have been working with since grade 9 calls you and say, no, I want us to maybe release an EP? What would you say?
No, I will agree because it's my brother, and even when I become the president, he came and performed just to support me, to say, homeboy, let me come and perform for free. Let me come and support you, my brother.
Wow,
so, yeah, I can go as well and assist him because I can still rap, you know.
Oh, okay. So it means that you will have to move us with the fiscal before we finish with this episode. Well, no, I get to see and understand, because also maybe to go a little bit back to the picture. You know, as it was frustrating to you at that particular time, in the long run, it came back positive, because it was able to remind people that this person is a leader.
Exactly.
The person who was running 100 kilometers per hour is the person who wants to lead you now, because he has been there on the ground. He has been struggling with people, so now he wants to lead the people and advance them to greater pastures.
No, thank you, Ujama. You know, that picture is the one that we used when first time I became the chairperson of HRC. I used the same picture as you said. You were there, we were together, by the way. That picture reminded people that, okay, this is the guy who was there at the strike each and every day. By the way, after when people were laughing at me, I never went back to the strike because people were losing focus. Instead of focusing on the strike, they were focusing on me. And to be honest, that was sabotaging me internally. So, yes, it was
and
so
people
painful.
Were not realizing that there is something that is happening to you internally.
Definitely, because yes, I was not telling anyone, but at home I told them that this and this happened. And I'm not comfortable to be on campus. No, they just said that, deal with it, we will believe in you. And definitely I came, and yeah, I was, everything went normal.
No, I know, that's nice. I'm really glad that you conquered all those things that you were coming across, and at the end of the day, you emerged victorious.
Definitely.
Since they also assisted you on your campaign. So now when we talk about your campaign, you are also known as Mr. Whitewash. From the first time you contested for the chairperson of HRC, I still remember when you were having a cardboard there at Sports Hall.
Yes.
When you even danced for the masses there, when you were given the opportunity to come and when people were campaigning for substructures, were given an opportunity to come and say themselves. You went there, and you even, after telling the people to vote for you, you said, comrades, wait, let me dance for you.
Exactly.
You danced for them, and then from that day, you moved everyone with the whitewash. Even on your president. So I want to understand, what strategies do you use for your campaign? How do you get to win the hearts of the people?
No, thank you very much. I can just reference. First of all, we always appreciate people who assisted you in life or people who inspired you. So I would like to appreciate Rabelane Ramuchila. He's the guy who actually motivated me to say, I think you are the right person to can go to that portfolio of housing. I went there and contest, but to gain the love of students, you must do what can entertain the students. Because presenter, to be honest, when there is an event, you can't just stand like that. You stand, you expect people to love you.
It can't be.
If students are dancing, join them and dance. If students are swimming, go and swim with them, even though you don't know. Go there and give them time. Give them your moment. So myself, what I was doing is that after introducing ourselves to say, yes, I'm Smile, I'm coming for HRC or housing, you also do what you are good at. So I used to dance previously. I used to do it because the students were requesting, please dance for us. And I used to dance. So 2018, I contested. So this name of whitewash is because it came because between number one, between myself, number one, actually I was number 37 on the ballot. So everyone who was voting will
to
page.
To look for,
you understand?
For Mr. 225.
Yeah. So I was in page 7. While pages are more than 40 because that time, you know, we had around 140 people contesting for HRC. So the reason why they said this is a Mr. Whitewash is because between number one, between myself and number two, there was a gap of 550. When I win for the first time, there was a gap of 550 in between. But from number two, number three, they were following each other. The difference was 10, 15, 10, 15, 20.
So that's where the name Mr. Whitewash came about.
Exactly. So even when I contested for 2019, 2020, still the gap between myself and number two was 680.
So the margin increased.
Yes, the margin increased, and definitely there we were around 97. 97 students were contesting to be under housing.
Part of the reason why the margin increased was because of the work that you have been doing as the chairperson. People recognized and saw your hard work while you are still in the office.
You are absolutely right, because I cannot say it's because I was dancing for them.
Exactly.
Myself, my brother, one thing that I can tell you, I'm doing a difficult or one of the respected qualification in South Africa, which is IT.
And you recently graduated your honors.
Exactly. Now I'm doing masters. No, thank you very much. So now it's not easy for you to go to the ground and work while on the other side you are busy creating system, you are busy designing, because there you must give your whole time to programming so that you can become a programmer and software engineer. But I had to make sure that the students are satisfied in all means necessary. I used to go, if someone report and say, my door lock is not working at 12 o'clock, you don't just hang up a call and say, no.
It's late.
It's late now. You go and call maintenance to come even if it's 12 o'clock. If ever they are switching off their phones, you make sure that you accommodate that person. If that person is a female, you make sure that you call the female who are under housing to accommodate that person until tomorrow morning. So I was making things possible. And by the way, if you check now, University of Venda, we have 45 residences off campus. I'm telling you today, Ujama, that's my effort. I pushed for us to have standard accommodation. When I arrived here, we had less than 7 residences, which is Greenstone, One Step, Samvuni, we had Santel. We had few residences in 2017, which to get accommodation by that time, it was very difficult. But I pushed in a way that today, residences are conducive, they are having Wi-Fi, everything is proper, and every student is accommodated. In this university, we have 14,000, but 10,000 students are funded. Today, I'm the one who opened DBSA residence. When it started, DBSA, 900 beds. When we started, the building was not used to be, functioning. So by that time, everything was blocked, the sewer system was not going well, things were bad. So I had to make sure that things go smoothly, and you consult to students. When you are a leader,
you must listen to your people.
You must listen. I asked, should we open that rest? Because there's no Wi-Fi. Should we open that rest because there's no backup generator? They used to say, okay, let's open it because we want to reside on campus, and then you will push after that so that we can have a Juro. Yes, everything that we want. So I had to push. Even though I was not having power. And by the way, I led during the time of opposition. During the time where SASCO was leading, I led as the HRC chairperson. During the time where SASCO was leading, second term, I whitewashed 97 members. Then I became the chairperson again. So through dedication, you can make it. It's possible.
So now we came to this big campaign of yours, SMB 21. So I want you to tell us again as to how was it like, since you were having 2 years experience of campaigning and how to win the hearts of the people. How did it all come about for you to can be able to win the hearts of Univen students once more?
No, thank you so much, Ujama. You know, I was not willing to come as the president of this university.
All right.
But Rabe came again. Billy came. Chamano came. Speaking here. He came to me and said, no, I think you are the right person for that position. All of them, they said the same thing. Because they think that yes. So what happened is that myself, I took that conscious decision to say, no, I'm going there. Let me assist them to what? To reclaim campus.
Yeah, because it has been a while without ruling the campus.
Exactly. Because it was 3 to 4 years without being in power as the EFF student command. So what happened is that they saw it that, no, man, we are just pushing someone. You know, if you push a donkey to enter inside the water, then Billy decided to contest. I was like, thank you, because myself, I wanted to go and do my honors somewhere else, not at the University of Venda. So Billy started, he came to be the president of this university. And subsequently, myself, I said, no, let me rescue myself from this. Let's allow him as a family to go and contest to become the president of this university. And what transpired after that is that they suspended Billy to say he organized the students during the COVID-19, which is not allowed gathering more than this certain or this specific number specified.
That time when he was with Corporal.
Yes, and it was, by the way, it was pushed by, his suspension was pushed by opposition. So we call it politically what? A fight or defense. So unlike what happened, I know you'll come to it. Let's wait for now. I know you'll come to it. But if you are dealt by the opposition, it's called a political fight. That's called politics.
It's politics.
It's politics, definitely. So when they dealt with Billy, Billy didn't even come to me and say, we want you to come back. They just posted me and say, you cannot finish all of us.
Oh, I still remember. I still remember. And you saw with Rawa, he's saying something.
Yes. So after posting that, I had no choice but to stand. By that time, Ojama, I was already doing honors, and I decided to say, let me stand. Anything is possible. We came victoriously, and myself, I listen. I don't just do things because I want to do it. I listen. So I had different bishops. I had different people who were telling me, yeah, that's why when you have an event, make sure that there is an MC, there is an organizer for transport, there is an organizer for food. You can't do everything at once.
Right.
So I was guided by these 4 comrades. So they used to guide me in each and every idea which I was taking. So what happened is that we gained the momentum from students. Students started loving me more than the way they used to love me when I was still under housing. Like when I go to Taban, you know, if you want to contest that portfolio of presidents, if you go to Taban and no one greets you there, just know that you don't qualify to contest that presidency.
When you the darling of the masses.
Yes, because when you go around campus here, no one speaks to you. I mean, everyone is quiet. People are just bypassing you. Just know that you can just go to substructure and groom yourself. You don't force things. And the students call you to say, we want this man to be a president. So unfortunately, that time I was going. So I had to take that decision and stand. And we defeated SASCO by a gap of 3,700. Because EFF, I mean, we got 4,700. It's for the first time to happen at this university. They can say Mufasa actually was Mr. Whitewash, but no, that's not true.
You broke his record.
Yes, because
once more, because you had it in your lineage to say, I am Mr. Whitewash. Wherever you go, you murder them with a margin that is a very big.
And when Mr. Mufasa actually, when Nakamela win for the first time, he defeated EFF by 1,500. I'm speaking about the gap. So myself, second time he defeated EFF by 15 votes. So myself, the gap in between was 3,700.
Really?
So it was for the first time, you know, to happen.
Time because that one is a real whitewash. So during this time, and I'm glad that today you are also having it, the blue bag with you. This blue bag, people, hey, it caused a lot of havoc. It caused a lot of problems. You know, people are very, very suspicious as to what is it that is in that blue school bag. Because I observed during the campaign towards the election, you were having it. Sometimes when you had to wear that red overall, it will be inside still. You won't put it down. So it raised a lot of questions among students as to what was it that was in the school bag.
No, thank you so much, Ujama. You know, inside the blue bag there's nothing. Even now there's nothing. You see, it's empty now. It's empty. So, you know, everyone, you know, if ever you believe in Jesus Christ, you must go and pray. You must ask God to assist. You must ask God to protect you. So people have that tendency to say, if ever you have something that you wear like every time, they will say, this guy is using moti. If you are not changing clothes, you know, so this bag is for people to identify me. It's my character. It's something unique which I was doing it. Every gig, every event, when there is a gathering, I used to wear this bag. So there's nothing, there's no moti. I believe in Jesus Christ. I love God so much. You know? Yeah,
no, I understand. I just believe that people are buying your story out there. The Univen students are agreeing with you on that one because hey, it's a bit tricky. People, hey,
no, they are just afraid of Wagwan bag. You know,
No, I understand. So now, being popular as you are, Mr. President, because even guys, when they see you, they shout, hey, Wagwan, Mr. President. So how is it like when it comes to ladies? Because obviously, they are always coming and things like that. So how do you get to deal with it? Because, hey, you know, Uri, they can be a problem sometimes.
No, thanks, Ujama, presenter. You know, my brother, when you are in any portfolio, you must have someone. Because if you are not having someone, you will die. Because power, you know, power attracts people. And when you attract people, they will come to you. So myself, I had one girlfriend when I win for the first time. It's just that things did not go well.
When you won for chairperson?
Yes. Then secondly, or second time when I win again for HRC, I met this other girl at student center, and we pushed. But though it's personal, this matter of relationship is personal. So I will say I consider one person. Even today, I'm still dating that person. So I can confirm that yes, if you are not strong enough, you will go there and there and there because power attracts, more especially females. So yes, so I was controlling myself, and I was enjoying with that one person. No, it was easy to me. It was easy to me because I know the goals and objectives.
Okay.
Yes.
But they were coming.
Definitely, yes.
Oh,
they were coming. I don't want to lie. They will always come. They will always come. They were coming, yes. You just have to be disciplined and say, no, I have someone.
Okay, no, I understand. So now we are coming to this it's saddening news, you know, about the incidents that led to your suspension as the SRC president of the University of Venda. How did it all came about, and who were the people behind, or who are the people who orchestrated your downfall?
No, Presenter, thank you so much. I wouldn't mention people's name, but students of the University of Venda, they know very well the sellouts. They know very well the people who were behind my suspension. So what happened is that myself, my brother, I'm a leader. So always I make sure that I achieve what I promise students, that I will fight for you. And I promise you that I will do 1, 2, 3. So I used to fight a lot and fight for students that you can achieve. You can recall it proper. There was that scenario of students receiving allowances for 9 months. Then I said, comrades, vote for me. After when I'm in power, I'm going to make sure that you receive your 1.5. That was omitted by SASCO the time they were leading. And definitely students came absolutely to say, Smile, we are voting for you. And I won. After I've won, I made sure that students receive their food. I was not enjoying. I went to Cape Town and meet with EFFsc. I did not even take one picture for me eating or for me going around Cape Town because I had to achieve what I promised the students. So what happened is that, we are divided, or there's a division in the EFF Student Command, a Univen branch, because you can recall it properly when President CIC Julius Malema came at Makwarela, he even mentioned to say, you are fighting for seats at the University of Venda. People, because I defeated them, they did not want me to be there as the SRC president. And it was not opposition. Every time when I release a communique, it was not opposition that was opposing to my ideas or my contribution or to everything that I was doing. So it was a certain group
of people within the student command.
Yes, which they were not supportive. Bona, they wanted a branch. And after when they got the branch,
they wanted to remove you.
They wanted to remove me, but it was not possible because of what? Masses. The students were not going to agree for me to be removed. And by the way, you can't just remove a president without valid reasons. So what happened is that we had issues. We had issues around May, and then we decided to say, okay, together with the branch, we decided to say, let's take it to the street because we had negotiation with management. We tried to deliberate, but they are not listening to us. So we said, no, let's take us to the street. Then, unfortunately, there was no one to predict or to advise that this one will be your downfall, because to be honest, you can't predict such, which never happened before. We never had a president who was suspended because of fighting for the interest of the students at the University of Venda. They can only suspend you if you misused SRC funds or if you did something. So what happened is that myself, we took it to the street, and then we actually advocated for almost 80% of the issues which we wanted to achieve by that strike. But there was two things which I wanted, which it was the reason why students, together with myself, who were not agreeing to can end the strike or to can stop the strike. The issue of tablets. Remember, each and every first year from 2015, they used to get tablets for free. So I made sure that I wanted to make sure that the students receive their tablets, because that initiative was stopped that time of President Gift Chauke in 2020. That's where they stopped to say we are no longer giving tablets for 2021 and 2022. So I was fighting for students to receive their tablets and also graduation to be taken back to the auditorium instead of a stadium.
Yeah, because we are going to, how are we going to be graduating?
You understand?
By the field?
Yes, it's not in good condition. Our stadium is not in good condition. So I had to fight, and then I had to make sure that the students are on the streets, and then also the branch. They were supporting, but they were selling out back door. They were pushing, and then after pushing, they called the management and say, no. Smile doesn't want to stop the strike, because that strike actually succeeded or proceeded for 5 days, from Tuesday until Sunday. I was suspended on Sunday. On that week, between the 18th of May, of April, until the 20th. Yes.
Well, I get to see and understand how it all came about. But I believe that the books of history will always remember you as a leader who always had the interest of the students
Absolutely.
at heart, and who always advocated for the students. Because even the way you left, you disappeared under the cloud of glory.
Definitely.
Everyone saw you at the forefront, and you never sold out to the struggle of young people.
Definitely.
So maybe what could be your message to the students of the University of Venda, as you are still the darling of the masses? I was so surprised when I saw a video of you by main gate there after your suspension, but people were still calling Wagwan. They still recognize you as their president. So what is your message to them?
No, firstly, I will respond to what, when you are loved or when you led very well, students forever, they will remember you. and they will recognize you. History will never leave a blank page. It will never leave a black space. So always students will be what? Will appreciate. Because I really assisted, to be honest, Ujam, my brother, myself, 2022, all students registered for free. The students who paid 5,000 of registration fee, they are the students who, their parents, they know the process of paying that 5,000 online and send the slip via email and register their students. Because on the other side, management was sending what? SMSs to say, we are deregistering you this day. We are deregistering you this time. If you don't pay in time. So to myself, I was like, no, free education. No students will be forced to vaccinate. I wanted students to receive their tablets, and I want sleep over the weekend, because I understand that 10 o'clock visitation time is not enough to our students.
Not yet done.
Yes, I also introduced the Fundi. Remember, you can recall it properly that previously students used to receive 20,000. Today, every month you just receive from the university. Next week or next month you receive 50 rand to say you are overpaid. You receive 1.5. Next month you don't receive, they tell you that you are underpaid. So I introduced the Fundi because this is a system which other universities they are using. And there's no mistake from Fundi. On the 15th, 12 o'clock, they pay 1.5. There's no error there. So I introduced Fundi and say, do whatever you want to do there, but we want Fundi as our service provider. And it's happening today. Students are happy. No consultations, no QSET finance. Everyone is happy. Everyone is fine. The students are happy today because of the leadership skills.
Because of what you were doing on the ground, fighting for the students. So there is a picture, I think it was 2 weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken, of you in the office, mooring with this other blue suit in front of computers. People were busy saying congratulations. What was happening there?
Okay. No, thank you so much, Ujama. I can say that that picture it was myself, former president gift under SASCO. We actually got employed at the financial aid, but it's just an internship for 12 months. So our role in that portfolio will not be to process students' allowances. No. Our role will be working under USAF. Under USAF, we'll be dealing with SASITA. We get bursaries. We get a bursary for specific qualifications, which we go around seeking for sponsorship, seeking for bursaries, so that we assist the students who are not funded to get funded, and also assist the students who graduated, which the university is still holding their certificates. We go and clear their historical debts. We give them their certificates. So our duty, Ujama, will be to go out and source funds and present our stories to say, we have students under this qualification. DBS, kindly assist. Coca-Cola, kindly assist. MTN, kindly assist. And any other service provider to say, come and we assist our students. They can also come and work under what? Your companies, because yes, it will be a favor, to can fund, then we'll come back and gain more experience within their companies.
So in other words, you are still working and advocating for students. You are still having the interest of the students in heart.
Yeah, exactly. So I will be there until August 2023. We started on the 24th of August. So we'll be assisting students, and anyone who wish to contact Univen, University of Venda Financial Aid Department, you are welcome to do so. We are here to assist the students to succeed and also to get their qualification, because our main purpose is for everyone to come here. It's for us to study, we get our degrees, then we go.
Yeah, we have to leave.
So I'm here to assist every student, even now. I'm still available to can assist the student.
Wow, that's really remarkable, and we are still grateful as Univen students and alumni to say, you as our leader, you're still advocating for the best interests of the students. And congratulations are in order, President.
No, thank you so much. Thank you so much, my brother.
So now, ladies and gentlemen, here we are with President Wagwan. We have been having an engagement with him. We have learned a lot about him. We have got to know about some of the things that we didn't really know about concerning his life, his campaign, and things like that. So if you think that there's someone that you want to see on this podcast, feel free to tell us on the comment section down below as to who do you want to see on this podcast and what do you want us to do. If you have got a business on campus, you want us to come and advertise it, make sure that you communicate with us on our socials so that you can be able to advertise, your work on this podcast, because Univen podcast is for the students. Univen podcast, authenticity at your fingertips. Thank you very much.
No, thank you. Salute.